The Greater New Orleans region honors the first responders at this year's Crime Stoppers GNO Luncheon.
I want to express my deep gratitude to the courageous first responders gathered here today. Without your swift and decisive action, there is no doubt the number of people killed and injured would have been much higher.
The keynote speakers include State Police Colonel Robert Hodges and NOPD Superintendent Ann Kirkpatrick. The first responder team included the NOPD, NOFD, FBI, and other local and federal officials. This year's luncheon was at the Sheraton in New Orleans. 14 people lost their lives when a terrorist drove around police barriers and down Bourbon Street, killing them.